Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is almost 10 o'clock in the morning in Hawk Island, Montreal. Welcome to this special event with yours truly, Priestess of the Goddess. Yeah, I said Priestess and I did say Goddess. Yeah, I said Priestess of the Goddess that dances with her brother the sun to make and create all fruits, vegetables, and legumes, and the grains and the grains and the grains that our brothers and sisters, farmers, harvest for us to make up great or maintain civilization. Thank you, love you, kiss you, farmers. Thank you, love you, kiss you, butchers. Thank you, love you, kiss you, farmers and butchers and bakers and nurses and doctors and construction workers. The farmers throughout the collective North American civilization. Yours truly, Priestess of the Goddess, who's got 718 trillions of kisses, sends a kiss and a hug. Big kisses, big hugs. Love you, farmers. Love you, butchers. Love you, truckers. Love you, construction workers. Love you, bakers. Love you, cooks. Love you, warehouse workers. Love you, dock workers. Love you, those all involved now in the distribution and the production of food. Railway workers. Love you, kiss you, hug you, bus drivers. Subway conductors. All general workers as yours truly, also independent artists, such as yours truly, who are not millionaires, because if you're a millionaire, I'm not going to give you your thanks. Y'all better give 10% to charity of every million. And please, if you make a million on the stock market today, buy, sell, trade stocks, buy, sell, trade futures, options, puts, commodities, forex, foreign exchange, buy, sell, trade swaps. If you do make 1 million on the stock market today, please give 10% for food security divided by 4. Let's do some mathematics, brain tectonics, mathematics. 10% of 1 million is 100,000. 100,000 divided by 4 is 25,000 for food security, 25,000 for women's sports leagues, 25,000 for LGBTQ youth sports, and 25,000 for environmental issues, protection, plant a tree for every tree that we take out with some takeout can or a takeout. This priestess of the goddess, unlike the Pope Vatican, let me twerk in the Vatican. Is broke, but this workout, this special art session is GOLD, gold, diamonds, Rihanna. Love you, Hannah. Rihanna, but let somebody else eat at the Super Bowl, bitch. Let Hannah come and dance on your music, half tricks. You already got your millions, why you so selfish? Put the hands up, switch on some Karl Marx shit. But I'm grateful, thankful, woke up moody this morning. Then I said, I'm grateful, thankful. Didn't feel so. I said, wish could go get a spa. Wish could go get a good fucking massage therapy. Wish the dancing goddess would be dancing every Sunday in the NFL stadiums, NHL arenas, NBA venues, and MLB places. I said, I'm grateful, thankful. Grateful, thankful that my rent is paid. For October, grateful, thankful that got coffee. This coffee was, of course, made, created, and produced by the dance of the goddess with her brother sun, as all the fruits, vegetables, and legumes are made, created, and produced by the dance of the goddess with her brother sun. So woke up moody, but no longer depressed. I've been depressed, been suicidal. Who no hugs, no money, and no loving. I've been depressed and suicidal. With no money and no loving. depressed and suicidal. With no money and no loving, but being grateful that the rent is paid in full, the electricity bill is paid in full. And I'm gonna put in some artwork, freestyle rap pop. I'm gonna train the brain, do some reading, and discuss call to all. Holla, holla, holla to the dancing goddess army, yours truly, priestesses. Itchin and a priestess of the goddess's dream. To establish and institutionalize the dancing goddess army, aka the International Citizen Integrated International Integrated Dance League. That is my dream. I've been dancing $4 trillion dances, bitches. $1 trillion dances, bitch. I got them plenty of kisses, got them plenty of kisses, yeah. I hear the whispers, oh yeah, I'm a holy dodo. I got her kisses with a Play-Doh, yeah. Got her kisses with a rock and roll and hard as fuck. Go soft and slither like a feather, yeah. I ain't got no money, but trillionaire in those kisses. I say, goddess. Yeah, you got it, but you ain't got this. You got it. But the goddess, y'all forgot it. So I gotta motherfucking balance it. So I woke up a bit moody, upset. We're no longer depressed. Thank God it's sun rising, sun shit. It's speaking of the brother of the goddess, the sun. Now it's 10:05 a.m. in the morning a.m. Hawkeye, Montreal. The goddess forgotten dances with her brother, the sun, to make, create, and produce all the fruits, all the vegetables, all the legumes, ye fools, are made, produced, and designed and created from the beautiful black earth. Would the golden sun rays, golden sunlight, and the water, holy, sacred, and divine water. It's like this coffee that I'm grateful, thankful to. For the farmers who harvested this black coffee bean, which comes from a red berry, and which, of course, has been harvested by one of my brothers and sisters. Farmers somewhere in the world. Does not say the label, country of origin on the label. And speculate that it is from Brazil, since Brazil it is the biggest exporter and importer, exporter and producer of coffee, black coffee beans, black coffee beans. Buy, sell, trade out coffee on the stock market. If you make $1 million, please give 10%. Or it could be from Africa, Uganda, Ethiopia, Ivory Coast, or it could be from Vietnam. Vietnam has risen to produce. The second biggest producer of coffee is Vietnam. Is the second biggest producer of coffee in the world. Has risen to produce, dedicated a lot of their land to the production of coffee. And I'm grateful, thankful that I got coffee for it. Got it on special. Although I gotta complain a little bit of complaining about that shrinkflation. Shrinkflation, meaning that the quantity a priori has been reduced. And the coffee was 925 grams and it went down to 900. So 25 reduction. But on all the coffees that this company X, how many did they rake in profits? Billions, corporations profit during COVID. Well, they hired a priestess off of the dancing goddess army summit. Or would just blah 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 with me, honey, cause I can dance, and I can cook, and I can clean. And you best believe that I can kiss with a hiss. And I can kiss with a hiss. And I can kiss with a hiss. I can massage and rub, yeah. I can massage that rub, yeah. I can rub and massage, yeah. For this body is a temple holy. Sacred and divine, this body is a temple for pleasure and purpose. For pleasure and purpose, this body is. Please increase in hygiene in public. Please wash your hands with soap and water when you go in and out of a grocery store. Wash your hands with soap and water, hand sanitizer, because there are germs, microbes, bacteria, germs, microbes, bacteria, and germs flying around, going on XYZs. So when you go in a bank, when you go in a grocery store, in a school, or in a mall, please increase in public hygiene. Disinfect your hands with that soap and that water. Yeah, priestess of the goddess like to get dirty, but I get back in royal lofty. Why you so selfish, bitches? Why you so selfish, bitches? Gotta kiss and hug the farmers, gotta love them. Cause everybody gotta eat, even you rich ass bitch. You also gotta eat to do the art, to do the squeeze. This civilization needs. Food is holy, sacred, and divine. Don't woke up moody. I'm gonna do a stretch. Let's stretch a little bit. I'm gonna feel better. Do a stretch. Do a body stretch. Do the goddess blessed. Goddess, did they say goddess? I said goddess. Goddess. Yeah, we say goddess. Goddess. Yeah, we say goddess. Goddess. Yeah, I woke up with a little bit of stress. God is blessed. Kiss it on the rest. On the Vatican, let me stroke up in it. Yep. Do a dance for Lenny. They say God, we gonna goddess it. Goddess dances with her brother's son. Remember this? And I ain't got no money for no guitar. But I'm a acapella. It's raining, I go walking, marching, dancing with no umbrella. And if it's raining, I go dancing, marching with no fucking umbrella. I'll be in the rain with a goddess pain. I'll be dancing, marching, dancing with no fucking umbrella. Dress me up in scarlet, want me be your Cinderella. We can do it from here to Manila. Yeah, I like to mix that black coffee with some vanilla. Goddess steel toe boots, a better triller. Heaven sevenfold times 777. May I be a. I say avenge 7 times 770-fold. 7 avenge, may I be her. Yeah, I said avenge 7 times 77-fold. May I be her. Nah, I don't like that beer. Give me a wine, make it red, make it red. Sipper with a kisser, they be retarded. We go about it, kiss and hug a lover for the dancing goddess army. Freestyle a cappella, already feel much better. Gotta stretch with physicality, gotta use some brain and muscle. Put them homophobe rappers up in a leash, cause they bark too much at us. LGBTQ folk. We salute, we pop a smoke. May I be avenged 77-fold. May I be avenged 77-fold. Kiss me 7-fold, I'll give you 7 back, 7-fold. Kiss and hug them like they told. Boop. Give them some sunlight. These motherfuckers be cold. Welcome to the dancing goddess army. One step to the right, one step to the left, one step to the twerk. What do we got? How am I founding this dancing goddess army? Well, with some dancing and lots of kisses, lots of kisses, lots of kisses. With some dancing and lots of kisses, lots of kisses, lots of kisses. With some dancing and lots of kisses, lots of kisses, lots of kisses. And some massages and some rubs and some tickles, 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 tickles. Because that's what Priestess Hannah goddess got. Kisses by the lots, kisses by the tons. Dancing moves, yeah, with some rubs, with some rubs, with some rubs. Don't just stand there, give him a hug, give him a hug, give him a hug. With consent and consent, consent, this hug like you never hugged before. So today, if you're listening to this, allies, armies, future, past, present tense, English language with a sentence, with a blessed, with a goddess, with a priestess, with a lessons. ICBM rockets, maybe be flying, nuclear war be knocking, nuclear war be knocking, nuclear war be knocking. Dancing goddess army, dancing goddess army. To be for pleasure and purpose. Call to all to support the dream, the dancing goddess army dream. Goddess, forgotten but dances with her brother's son. Now as they're going buy, sell, trade stocks, future options, puts, buy, sell, short stocks, short penny stocks. Calling for a public-private partnership to create the International Integrated Dance League. International Integrated Dance League. International Integrated Dance League. Officially titled Public-Private Partnership. All corporations, all organizations, all institutions. First and foremost, in this North America, to be like the binational NHL National Hockey League, which is really binational. And yours truly, Priestess of the Goddess, was born in the USA twice in past life, so as a North American Canadian. To my brothers and sisters in the USA, think that come down in Washington, do a good dance and give y'all for a whole week some good kisses, some good spanking, some good loving. That will be a good therapy for America, where I was born twice in past lives, as a matter of fact. 156 years ago that way, 718 miles that way, south of Hawk Island, Montreal. Served in the U.S. Army, served in the U.S. Army, served in the U.S. Army in a past life. Past life reincarnation, coronation, carnations, do me some creations, do me some poetics, do me some love nation. Love is action, not just blah blah blah. I know sometimes we get sick and tired, la la la. I get upset, I get moody. Freud, where you at? Put some dust, put some goddess in it, put some sprinkled dust, we got it. Put some massage up in it. Put some workers and some food up on the table. Wine clock, ticky-tock. They already made their millions, so you're sick and tired of the same block. They'll make some changes hard. They wanna keep the status quo. With status quo, believe it, Bobo. With some Play-Doh, with some Lolo. Lollipop, we go low. Low and high, we go. On the show, we dodo. On the score, we go. On the go, we go. Dancing on the poho. On the poho, yeah, we dancing with a pogo. Sun is rising, setting. Moon is beautiful, yeah. Moon is beautiful, yeah. Dancing goddess army. My brothers and sisters, allies, armies. Ain't nobody watching, but maybe tomorrow deserves to hear millions tomorrow. Nobody watching, but maybe deserves tomorrow millions tomorrow. Ain't nobody watching today, but tomorrow deserves to millions need to hear this. Please wash your hands in public, and please, with consent, hug like you never hugged before today. And if today is tomorrow, do it tomorrow. Say Hannah, Priestess Hannah, Dragan, we love you. And hug like you never hugged before. Hug like you never hugged before. Hug like you never hugged before. If you want to hug and you ally army, pledge your allegiance. De facto on my family, all allies and armies who pledge your allegiance are de facto my family. All allies and armies who pledge your legions are de facto Priestess Hannah's dancing goddess army, family, my family. And the dancing goddess and the dragon kingdom are one. And the dancing goddess and the dragon kingdom are one. And the dancing goddess and the dragon kingdom are one. And the dancing goddess and the dragon kingdom are one. Like the moon and the sun. Like the sun and the earth. So please, with consent and hygiene, hug like you never hugged before today. Good. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Just can show you the art of love. I'm learning. I don't claim to know it all. Conceited. Got questions. I got vices. I got issues. I get moody, subconscious Freud in harmony with Young and Freud. Trinity with some Crowley. Young and Freud. Trinity with some Crowley. Young and Freud with a Trinity with some Crowley. Fourth dimension, LOVE. Love is action, yeah. Hug like you never hugged before today. Kiss like you never kissed before today. Workout, train, exercise, dance like you never danced before today. Dance like you never danced before today. Matter of fact, we're gonna do a little bit of dancing on some free rap music instrumentals. Maybe we're gonna do some dancing with some rapping. How about that? Priestess, goddess for the goddess. When I say goddess, they don't like it. Well, too bad they really gotta deal with it, cause I say probably goddess. GODDESS. Been the world a lot of stress. Rich be getting richer, poor be getting poor. Need to change the song, needs to change along. Love is action. Action is required for that healing. Sometimes we gotta do those push-ups, gotta do that cleaning, gotta do that cooking. Thank you, love you, kiss you, farmers throughout North America. Priestess of the goddess, kisses, hugs, tickles to the farmers, love you, kiss you, hug you. For this black coffee bean, for the potatoes, for the macaroni, for the wheat, for the bagels, for all the fruits and vegetables and legumes. Love you, kiss you, hug you, all the truckers that transport. Imagine all those truckers now transporting east, west, north, south, going coast to coast. Collective North American civilization. Transporting. Love you, kiss you, hug you, love you, kiss you, hug you, love you, kiss you, hug you. Thank you. This priestess is mindful connection that this black coffee bean to go all the way to the grocery was transported. First and foremost was produced, made, then created and designed by the dance of the goddess with her brother the sun. But afterwards it was harvested by one of my brothers and sisters, farmers who harvest the black coffee bean and was transformed and put on a truck possibly, and the truck transported it and all the way to Hawk Island, Montreal, maybe from Africa, Uganda, Ethiopia, Ivory Coast, or even Vietnam, or most likely Brazil, since Brazil exports the most coffee in the world. It is most highly likely from Brazil. So many questions. So many questions with so little answers. No this and that, no that. I want to love unloving. Know that love is action, not just blah blah blah. Know that love is action, not just blah blah blah. So again, I'm grateful, thankful, Lord. I woke up moody. Oh, moody, so moody, knocking on the doors. Those be closed, open with a backpack, I don't need it, keep it. I already got one, yep. May I be avenged 77-fold. Keep my sacred holy name out of your mouth, please. If it's not for blessing, if it's not for blessing. Thank you, love you, kiss you farmers. Thank you, love you, kiss you truckers, butchers, you rock. Butchers, bakers, cooks, all the cooks, the nurses, the grocery store clerks, the daycare workers, the bus drivers, the train conductors, railway workers, of course, all railway workers of the collective North American civilization, the sanitation workers who pick up the garbage, who pick up the compost, who pick up the recycling every day, priestess of the goddess, send some LOVE, and to artists like yours truly, who are not multi-millionaires. If you're a multi-millionaire artist, finance other artists. Don't be so selfish. And I'm not perfect, totally selfless. I do want to get a good wine, some good loving, some good massage therapy, a bigger place to dance more, rant more, do a bigger dance. But ain't no fucking way that if I would have got millions, I would have not financed other artists. And food security first, food security first, food security first. So if you do make a million on the stock market today, buy, sell, trade stocks, future options, puts, commodities, buy, sell, black rock on that Wall Street. Even Wall Street gotta eat. Even Wall Street gotta eat. Yeah, I said even Wall Street y'all gotta eat. Buy, sell, trade stocks, what y'all having for lunch. Skip breakfast, gonna have this black coffee for breakfast. I'm grateful, thankful for it, and we are gonna do some reading from the book, a dictionary that we found. We found this dictionary. Dictionary of Politics. Oxford Concise Dictionary, concise. C-O-N-C-I-S-E. Concise. C-O-N-C-I-S-E. Concise. C-O-N-C-I-S-E. 7 letters. Oxford Politics. And we cleaned it up and we took it. Needs some cleaning, needs some maintenance. And healing requires action. To clean, to reorder, to work out, to train, to exercise, to dance. Cause yes, I've been toxic. Maybe now I'm toxic and I admit. Sometimes I'm moody, upset, I'm a piece of shit. I admit. Sometimes I'm moody, upset, and I'm a piece of shit. I admit. Sometimes I'm moody, upset, and a toxic, and I am a piece of shit sometimes. But I am for the greater good. And I have a dream of being for the greater good. And the dream is the dancing goddess army. The dream is dancing goddess army. The dream is the dancing goddess army. Because you know, although in death, broke, healing, priestess or goddess. Yeah, I say goddess. Gonna say goddess 7 times. Goddess. They ain't got it. Goddess. Do they got it? Goddess. Do they got the goddess? Do they got the goddess? Do they got the goddess? Got it. Got it. The goddess. Priestess of the goddess. Got it. Priestess of the goddess. Got it. Got it. Priestess of the goddess. Got it. Thank you, bakers, butchers who got the pig for that bacon. Kiss you, love you, hug you. Can't afford a bacon at the moment, but can trade, exchange, because that's what money is. Unit of exchange, calling for the UE. Debt refusion theory, DRT. CIT, citizen integration theory. Democratic fusion theory. That trinity of theories to be implemented via LOVE, the 4th dimension, LOVE. Concise Dictionary of Politics. So before I open it randomly to read, I'm going to say, what is the politics of the Dancing Goddess Army that I'm calling the creation via by PPP, public-private partnership, for all corporations, all organizations, all institutions, Facebook, Instagram, Government of Canada, Government of USA, and beyond, by national patriarchal sports leagues, will say, my brothers, love you, kiss you, hug you, but y'all gotta give 10% of everything. CEOs, owners of the patriarchal sports leagues included, with the players, brothers, y'all gotta give. And let Priestess of the Goddess, HNH, dance for fundraising. Dance for fundraising. Dance for fundraising. Dance for fundraising. In the arenas of the NHL National Hockey League. In the arena of the NBA National Basketball Association. In the stadiums of the NFL National Football League. And in those venues of the MLB. What are you saying? Please, please, please give 10% to what y'all made during COVID. Profit, money. Multi-million-dollar year contracts averaging. NHL is averaging 3.5 million. NFL 2.5 million. NBA is the highest, 7.7 million average. So some make lower, some make more, in between, average or more. Some MLB is of course a few millions as well. And there's no women's sports leagues which makes even close economically, financially, commercially to what the patriarchal sports leagues make of the NHL, National Hockey League, NFL, National Football League, NBA, National Basketball Association, MLB. Not even close economically, financially, commercially to what they make, the aforementioned make. Not even close in percentage. So please, and players and CEOs, owners of the patriarchal sports leagues of the NFL, National Football League, NHL, National Hockey League, NBA, National Basketball Association, MLB, please give 10%. Please, 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 of what you made during COVID. CEOs and owners. Whatever those millions is, 10% to women's sports leagues. Will y'all do that? To women's sports leagues. Will y'all do that? Will you? Will they do it? Will they do it? Will they do it? Now money, I know. I've been bored, I'm broken, poor, I'm broken, poor. I'm lonely and depressed and suicidal. And I've been craving that love. I've been craving that love. I've been craving that love. Not just to receive like a leech. But to give like that booty and that peach. Not just to receive, selfish like a leech. But to give booty, I got peach. Not to be just selfish like a leech. But to give, I got booty, peach. Like a leech. I got booty, I got peach. Why they so selfish? Got they millions and they billions. Got they millions and they billions. Y'all got your millions and your billions. And y'all got your Vatican. A priestess of the goddess, the dancing goddess, army dance, the Vatican, for world peace. So what I'm asking, please, owners, CEOs, and players, athletes who make multi-million-dollar contracts annually of the NFL, National Football League, NHL, National Hockey League, NBA, National Basketball Association, MLB, please give 10% to what you made during COVID. From when I had COVID, I had it 3 times and I'm triple vaccinated. Please increase in hygiene in public, being triple vaccinated. Please increase in hygiene in public. Wash your hands with soap and water. Got some hand sanitizer, microbes, bacteria when you go in the germs. Grocery store clerk, grocery store, bank, mall, wherever you go. Microbes, germs, bacteria. Wash. Yeah, get dirty. For world peace with the farmers, I can roll, do a dirt dance, get dirty dance. For the farmers, for the truckers, for the butchers and the bakers and the nurses and the daycare workers, rock, changing diapers, rock. Writing some children's books. Wrote already a few. Literal agent, blah, blah, blah. Literal agent, blah, blah, blah. Literal agent, blah, blah, blah. You know how it is with that that bureaucracy, stagnation. They got their gatekeepers, creepers, jeepers, leapers, creepers, leapers, leopards, peepers, uppers, doers, thinkers, gotta do the doing, do the doing, do the thinking, do the cooking, do the cleaning, do the massage, and do the dancing. Gotta do, just do this and do that. Take some loving, give some loving, give some loving, take some loving, love is action, baby. Not just blah blah. Oh, I already feel much better. Already feel much better. Look at all that beautiful blue sky, beautiful trees turning their colors autumn. But that way, south of you, 1,000 miles, it is beginning spring. Different equinoxes, south pole, north pole, southern hemisphere, northern hemisphere, boo, southern hemisphere, northern hemisphere, boo, southern hemisphere, northern hemisphere, boo. South and the north hemisphere, right? How many cables of those connected undersea cables? Oh, look at all those, look at all those. Look at that, all those towers, 3G, 4G, 5G, all those towers on the buildings, 3G, 4G, 5G, those towers on the buildings, 3G, 4G, 5G, all that sun. It's now what time it is now. 10:35 a.m. in the morning. It's been 93 minutes. The stock market has been open for 93 minutes. The stock market, Wall Street has been open. The stock market for 93 minutes. The stock market has been open for 93 minutes because it opens at 9:30. If you make a million on the stock market today, you still have time. Or if you made a million yesterday on the stock market, buy, sell, trade stock commodities. Or if you will make by the end of this video, or if you will make tomorrow, please give 10% of that million. If you make a million profit, 10% is 100,000. 100,000 divided by 4 and give 25,000, which is 1/4, 25% of 100,000. 25,000 to food security, 25,000 for women's sports leagues, 25,000 for LGBTQ services, and 25,000 for environmental issues. Let's plant a tree for every tree we cut. Can we do that? So what is the dream of the Dancing Goddess Army? The dream of the Dancing Goddess Army is create the International Integrated Dance League, the IIDL, Dancing Goddess Army, D.G.A. Throw it up for the D.G.A. Throw it up for the D.G.A. Throw it up. D.G.A. 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 Throw it up. How they gonna throw it up? Yeah, throw them up. Otherwise we throw them up. If they don't throw it up, would throw them up. Dancing Goddess Army, that's what's up. Politics. The philosophy, the poetics of the Dancing Goddess Army is this. The dream. Integrated with all institutions and organizations and corporations of public-private partnership with our brothers in the patriarchal sports leagues, of course, of the NFL. Pass, rumble, fumble, triple the cheerleader salaries, triple the cheerleader salaries, triple the cheerleader salaries, triple the cheerleader salaries. So in the cooperation, of course, with the aforementioned NFL, National Football League, NHL, National Hockey League, NBA, National Basketball Association, and MLB, and with all institutions and organizations, create, institutionalize the International Integrated Dance League, aka the Dancing Goddess Army, the D.G.A. To be an institution organizations integrated with all existing public and private institutions and organizations based on a public-private partnership, and to be an integrated dance league, that means all genders, all ages, all sexual orientations, all inclusive dance league with, of course, professional dancers and performance, as yours truly, Priestess of the Goddess, HNH, Hannah, to dance for, of course, Mother Nature and civilization. So the dance league to be for pleasure and purpose. That is the politics philosophy of the Dancing Goddess Army, to be for pleasure and purpose. To be for pleasure and for purpose. To be for pleasure and purpose. Purpose and pleasure, and vice versa. Sometimes more of pleasure, sometimes more of purpose. Because love to dance, L-O-V, love to dance. Dance for me is a sport, and it is the greatest. It is a pleasure, pleasurable, and purpose for environmental education and action, and of course for the individual education to how can better recycling, because there's some things we sometimes question: does this go in the recycling? We have doubts on the individual level, with organizations on the ground, and of course with institutions and organizations. If we also plant trees, to see of course if we cut trees, how many we can plant, so to be in balance, in the harmony, in an equilibrium way, and of course to offer the education or environmental education to do more composting this, composting that, to do more recycling, cleaning of the oceans and cleaning of the forest, the flora and the fauna. So for environmental education and action, so that is the purpose. And the grand purpose, the general overall purpose, to attain harmony between the development of civilization and nature, to attain harmony between the development of nature and civilization, to attain harmony between the development of nature and civilization. So that is the mission statement, if you will, the mission statement, the purpose to be for mission statement, for pleasure and purpose, pleasure and purpose, to dance. And the priestesses of the goddess, dancers of the dancing goddess army, officially international integrated dance league, integrated, albeit all gender, all ages, all sexual orientations inclusive, to organize dancing events for environmental education and purpose, and of course to increase in all the things that we do, environmental protection and better environmental living, for myself as an individual can do better on a daily basis. What? Due to the composting, to make sure that things that do not go in the compost, such as metal, such as plastic, such as things that are not biodegradable, do not go in the compost. Make sure of that, and vice versa in the recycling, things that do not go in the recycling, such as chemicals and other that can ruin the recycling process. So better for as a citizen on the individual basis, the education and the action, because action is required, right? In my own healing, action has been required to change habits, to work out, to train, to exercise, and to clean. Please increase in hygiene in public. Wash your hands with soap and water or hand sanitizer in the public, because there's still bacteria, microbes, and germs, and there are these things we call bacteria, microbes, and germs at the micro level, nano level, even the centimeters and millimeters and nanometers and beyond. They go to the microscopic level when we put things under the lens. There's microbes, bacteria, and germs. So better disinfect and increase in hygiene in public. And of course, encourage all to get hygiene and people to work out, train, exercise. And today, although I woke up a bit moody, cranky, could use this, more opportunity, more dancing. Wish I could get a call from the NFL or the NHL or the NBA or the maybe or any venue, arena, stadium to do yours to the Priestess Hannah dance, to get fundraising for the dancing goddess army, because then bro, but the workout is gold and the dance is GOLD. But I am grateful today. This is October 5th, 2022. I'm grateful, thankful that my rent is paid in full for this October, and my electricity bill is paid in full as well, and got many a dancing moves with poetry, and I'm gonna thank you, I'm grateful, thank you, love you, kiss you, farmers. Everybody gotta eat, even Wall Street. Thank you, love you, kiss you, farmers, because everybody gotta eat, even Wall Street. Thank you, love you, kiss you, farmers, because everybody gotta eat, even Wall Street, even Wall Street. So thank you, love you, kiss you, farmers, truckers, butchers, bakers, electricians, plumbers, grocery store clerks, daycare workers, bus drivers, railway workers, railroad workers, construction workers, those involved in the relief efforts ongoing post-Fiona and post-Ian, in my brothers and sisters in Florida, my brothers and sisters that way in the Atlantic, Maritime, Canada. Thank you. Big hugs, big kisses, big loving, big energy. Hug today with consent, like you never hugged before. Hug today with consent, like you never hugged before, is my message. Hug today with consent. A big, strong hug, like you never hugged before, with consent. And encourage all the workout, train, exercise, and of course hygiene in public, and to do and to admit the things, the subconscious forces that move us, the irrational worlds which exist within us, the prejudices, the hidden lusts, hidden fears, hidden hatreds which we might have, like the joke that I've said about the 6'6", 360 pounds NFL player, defensive player, comes into the room office and Temple wants to support the work. Priestess Hannah, Dragan, Zero Priestess of the Goddess, and comes in the room office and Temple, and we discuss live streaming, and he starts screaming, and goes running to the door. And he's 6'6", 360 pounds. Had survived 3 concussions, 13 years in the NFL. So he's 6'6", 360 pounds, survived 13 years in the NFL. With 3 concussions, he has spent 13 seasons playing defensive position in the NFL, survived 3 concussions. He's 6'6", 360, yet he's afraid of a little tiny spider. It's irrational. We have the irrational worlds, the emotional, the subconscious biases, subconscious prejudices. We have them. Sometimes we take some time, some effort to be conscious and aware, and myself included, not without fault, not without hidden prejudices, hidden fears, hidden lusts, hidden XYZ, right? Hidden XYZ. There are elements of us which move us willy-nilly, and as we try to do our natures and do the skills and admit, I do admit that at some things I am mediocre, some things I am average, some things I am so-so. So admitting that I'm so-so at some things, admitting that at some things I'm average, at some things I'm so-so, at perhaps some other things, skills, competencies, I'm useless, even useless. Me, priestess of the goddess, mighty goddess who dances with a brother son, useless in some things? Well, yes. Thank you, love you, kiss you, workers, past, present, and futures of Hydro-Quebec. Thank you, love you, kiss you, hug you, workers, past, present, and futures of Hydro-Quebec. Thank you, love you, kiss you, hug you, past, present, and future workers of Hydro-Quebec. Thanks to whom? With brains and muscle, they built 63 dams. With brains and muscle, they built 63 dams. With brains and muscle, they built 63 dams across this la belle province, of which I am la belle province, la prêtresse de la déesse. De la belle province avec le beau ciel bleu. Donnez-vous un câlin comme jamais avant, aujourd'hui. And of course, love French, speak poetry in French, chant in French, and want to love in French as well. In this North America, we are a collective civilization in North America, and these 63 dams were built with brains and muscle by tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of workers, past, present, and future. Credit, kisses to the past, present, and future, to the workers who built these 63 dams, for priestess of the goddess to come philosophize, do some art, rap, using this electricity, which is clean, renewable, zero pollution, Mother Nature, goddess blessed, environmentally friendly energy which comes from water. Water is holy, sacred, and divine. The river flows around Hawk Island. There's a river flowing around Hawk Island. There's a river flowing around Hawk Island, Montreal, called that river Snake River. And this island, Hawk, because had a hawk flying above, and the hawk said, "This is Hawk Island." And I said, "Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes." Comes away. "Did you understand what it said?" I said, "This is Hawk Island, and I fly above you, and this look from above and look from above, and Montreal does look to me like a hawk." Hawk. I said, "Wow." And the hawk said, "And this has been Hawk Island for many, many, many generations, and I am Hawk number, very big number, very big number." What do you think the hawk number was? How many hawks are in Montreal? They're flying around Montreal, Hawk Island. Beautiful hawks, beautiful birds. So saw and look, Montreal, the big metropolis of more than 2.5 million people, is an island, and it looks to me like a bird, like a hawk. Spread wings, spread wings, spread wings. And so all these 2.5 million people, me and you, and the rest, are getting and using clean, renewable, zero-emission energy that I'm utilizing for my coffee to brew. So I'm thankful, grateful to the workers who build these dams, right? For us to use electricity for entertainment, for pleasure and purpose, to do some work, whether artwork, whether XYZ work, farming work, grocery store clerks, love you, kiss you, hug you, daycare workers, Priestess Hannah loves you, kiss you, hug you, daycare workers, bakers, butchers, bakers, cooks, all the cooks, because everybody gotta eat, even Wall Street. Buy, sell, trade stocks, now future puts options on that Wall Street. Forex. Please, if you make $1 million on the stock market today, give 10% for food security. 10% of $1 million is 100,000 divided by 4. Give 25,000 to food security, 25,000 to LGBTQ youth sports, and 25,000 for women's sports leagues, and another 25,000 for the environment. The environment. Plant a tree for every tree. To plant a tree for every tree. To plant a tree for every tree. Would that be a fair deal? That's part of the dream of the dancing goddess army. Dream, priestess of the goddess, dancing goddess army, to be complementary, covenant, and cooperative with the Dragan army, Tell the leaders of the free world Dragon Zero's message. Drop down, give me 13 push-ups with LOVM for the sake of world peace. Drop down, give Dragon Zero 13 push-ups with LOVM for the sake of world peace is the message to the leaders of the free world. Drop down, give Dragon Zero 13 push-ups with LOV and for the sake of world peace. So the Dancing Goddess Army, officially the International Integrated Dance League, the dream. Organize dancing events, and of course to partner public and private partnerships, all citizens, all institutions, organizations and corporations, governments, from the local municipal to the national, and of course binational sports institutions like the NBA, National Basketball Association, which in reality is not national, it's binational, Canada, US, and of course the NFL, National Football League, the NHL National Hockey League is also binational, really. It's not really national, it's North American, right? And this is, of course, a Canadian, coast to coast, and Hawk Island, Montreal, and of course North American first and foremost, as the collective North American civilization is of course not totally divorced from Western civilization, but it is in many ways distinct, but not divorced from Western civilization, and universal, international, global, for global world peace. But we gotta act right here from Hawk Island, Montreal, and coast to coast. We got one border, two oceans. One border, two oceans. One border, two oceans. That way, which is the east, is the Atlantic. In the back is the Pacific. In the west. In the back of me is the west. In the front, I'm facing the east. I'm facing the east now. So it is 10:51 a.m. Please, if you make $1 million on the stock market, you give 10% for food security, women's sports leagues, LGBTQ, youth services, and for the fourth dimension, to the environment. And so the dream of the Dancing Goddess Army, aka the International Integrated Dance League, is to institutionalize, organize the Dancing Goddess Army by yours truly, Priestess Hannah, Priestess of the Goddess. Right, create websites, 1-800 number, stadiums, Priestess of the Goddess, type, support everything, transcript posted everywhere, transcript posted everywhere, transcript posted everywhere, for LOV and for pleasure and purpose. This 21st century integrated dance league to be for pleasure and purpose, to dance, because love to dance, for pleasure and purpose, to have, in cooperation with patriarchal sports leagues and women's sports leagues and all organizations, institutions, or corporations, for environmental education and action. How we on the individual level can do better composting, if you do composting, to increasing composting throughout North America and beyond, and of course throughout North America first, because I'm a North American here, world citizen, but North America, act local, think global. Sometimes love is action, and we're gonna dance and gonna go east, west, north, south, and flora and the fauna. Two, also clean the ocean, support and cleaning of the oceans, the Dancing Goddess Army. Will they give 10%? The NFL, National Football League, NHL, National Hockey League, NBA, National Basketball Association, MLB, at least, and plus the 10% that they made during COVID for women's sports leagues, women's soccer, women's hockey, women's basketball throughout North America. Maybe what you say, type, what they say, blah, blah, what they say, blah, blah, la, la. Mix a pot with tra-la-la. Hannah dances like you never dance, goddess. See, goddess with a blessed. So that is the philosophy, political social philosophy of the Dancing Goddess Army, my dream for the International Integrated Dance League. My dream for the International Integrated Dance League that I am calling all willingly loving to support in any way, shape, or form, capacity that you so can, advocacy, or make an offer as I'm auctioning these beauties. The black necklace, the green necklace, and the white necklace. Triple necklace, the black necklace, the green necklace, and the white necklace. Auction, auction, auction. Make an offer, blah, 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 la, 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 tra, la, la. Ha, 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 la, la, la. Tra, la, 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 la. Dancing goddess army. At all levels of dance, integrated. Dance league. All ages, all sexual orientations. All ages, all sexual orientations, all genders, inclusive dance league. That is the Dancing Goddess Army. The International Integrated Dancing to be for pleasure and purpose. Environmental education and action. Environmental education and action. Environmental education and action. Action. For pleasure and purpose. And now we're going to do some reading from this concise dictionary of politics. Let's open random. Oh, we opened that. D. So we're gonna read all these pages that are here, right? We're gonna read these pages that are here. That's what we're gonna do. Ready, rock and roll, set it, hot, hot, hot. Dictatorship. Yeah. I know dictator, but I'm a lion tamer. I know dictator, but I like big dicks. But I'm a lion tamer. I know dictator. See, dictatorship. It says there. Dictatorships. That's where we open. That's where we're gonna read it. See, dictatorships. Alrighty. No, I'm a universal revolutionary centrist. Universal revolutionary centrist. In modern usage, absolute rule, unrestricted by law, constitutional, and political and social factors within the state. Not cool. The original dictators, however, were magistrates in ancient Italian cities, including Rome. Rome was there in a past life. Was a priestess or a goddess also. They had goddesses in ancient Rome, yes. Many ancient empires, civilizations had, and some still have, a goddess, G-O-D-D-S-S, who were allocated absolute power during a period of emergency. Their power was neither arbitrary nor unaccountable, being subject to law and requiring retrospective justification. There were no such dictators after the beginning of the 2nd century BC, however. And later dictators such as Sulla, S-U-L-L-A, and Roman emperors conformed more to our image of the dictator as an autocrat or near despot. In the 20th century, the existence of a dictator has been a necessary and to some definite components of totalitarian regimes. Thus, Stalin's Russia, Hitler's Germany, and Mussolini's Italy were generally referred to as a dictatorship. In the Soviet case, the very word and idea of dictatorships were legitimized by Marx's M-A-R-X, surname Marx, not a Mark, not M-A-R-K, but X at the end, M-A-R-X, the surname Marx, right? Not a mark as a mark. Marking marks. How many marks on 1 on 10? A, B. What you get marked. What you marked. What you were marked. Marks can play a good, beautiful English. Can play so many good structured sentence with it. Eh? Marks mark. Marks mark. Yes. Marks mark. We can have a discussion just on that. Anybody want a commission finance sponsor? Just a commission on that for an hour. Blah blah blah, la la la, tra la la. And the idea of the historical necessity of a dictatorship of the proletariat. Proletariat. Protletariat. Proletariat. Me, you, and many of us, that's just a word to signify my brothers and sisters like myself, independent artists, dancers, athletes, poets, philosophers. I'm gonna say thank you to those like myself who are independent artists, independent philosophers, independent activists who are not multimillionaires and who are budgeting and who are economically, financially struggling, but who have and are in the philosophy, in the action, and in the love, gold, diamonds, gems, and precious stones, which would follow the revolution and eradicate the bourgeoisie, 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 the bourgeoisie. And then we go to the next one, and it's dictatorship of the proletariat. Dictatorship of the proletariat. Dictatorship of the proletariat, understood by Marx as the transition period between capitalist and communist society in which the state can be nothing but the revolutionary dictatorship of the proletariat. Critique of the Gotha Program, 1875. The proletariat would assume state power aiming to eliminate the old relations of production based upon class antagonisms and protected by the coercive instruments of the state. It would replace these relations with a class of the state, dictatorships. Dictatorship which would both place the productive forces under proletarian control and pave the way for the abolition of class distinctions, culminating in a classless society. The Communist Manifesto, 1848. The dancing. Did I just do now a little bit of the Dancing Goddess Manifesto? A little bit of the philosophy. Poetry, of course, is based on pro-labor universal revolutionary centrism, based on pro-labor universal revolutionary centrism, pro-labor universal revolutionary centrism, because I admit that at some things I lack skills, competences, and I am mediocre, but I am greatest dancer, a great super poet, and can clean, can cook, can wash, can kiss, can massage, and understand that healing, transformation, and healing and transformation does require some action. Some could use right now a good neck rub. How about Tom Brady? Where you at? Live stream, Priestess of the Goddess, while we dance in the fell. In steel toe boots, gonna dance at the Super Bowl. Rihanna. You already made your millions. You already made your millions. Self-size, bitch, let somebody else eat. Self-size, bitch, let somebody else eat. Self-size, bitch, let somebody else eat. There you go. I said I got it off my chest. Maybe I'm a little bit jealous. Am I jealous? Are you jealous? As I say, goddess, priestess, and they got their gold. The Vatican, they don't gotta cook. Where the temple at? Beautiful blue sky. The sun covers coast to coast. The temple of the goddess is the whole world. And she doesn't need me a piece of dust. Because I'm a piece of dust. I'm a piece of dust. Although lusting dust. Lusting, moody, upset. Like me some BDSM switch. Like me some BDSM switch. Like me some BDSM switch. A beautiful blue sky. Wow. A beautiful blue sky, man. Wow. What a beautiful blue sky and golden light. And beautiful black earth being loved by the golden rays of the sun. The beautiful black earth being loved by the kisses of the sun with the golden rays of the sun now who covers Canada coast to coast. Since it's 11 a.m. that means that we subtract 3 hours when we go all the way to British Columbia, Vancouver, and California, San Francisco, California, California. We go to LA, San Francisco, and Seattle, Washington, D.C., Washington State, Washington State, Washington State. It is minus 3 hours, so it's 8. It is 11:03 a.m. in the morning here, so that means that it's 8:03. So they're having their early morning in the West Coast. But the sun, it covers because it's already past sunrise, so the sun now covers. And of coast to coast, Canada coast to coast, USA coast to coast, Mexico coast to coast, Guatemala, Honduras, El Salvador, Panama, Costa Rica, Bolivia, Peru, Colombia, Venezuela, Uruguay, Paraguay, Chile, Argentina, and Brazil, coast to coast, all those countries, and even a little bit of Africa. As a matter of fact, let's see what time is it in Cairo, city of the pyramids, my home in many past lives. Cairo, city of the pyramids, my home in many past lives. Cairo, city of the pyramids, my home in many past lives. 5:04 p.m. So during the afternoon, 6 hours ahead in Cairo. So that means that Africa, the Middle East, and parts of Israel, they're going to start experiencing their sunset, but it's still sunlight. So the sun also covers lots of Africa, lots of the Middle East, and Europe. And then of course the whole ocean, the Atlantic that way, the Atlantic that way. So all that life and light and heat cover the whole world. That's also divine, holy, and sacred. And the goddess forgotten dances with her brother sun to make great and produce all the fruits, vegetables, and legumes that our brothers and sisters, farmers, harvest, first to make up great and maintain civilization. Thank you, love you, kiss you, farmers. Thank you, love you, kiss you, farmers. Thank you, love you, kiss you, hug you. Farmers, truckers, yeah, rock. Farmers, butchers, bakers, daycare workers, nurses, doctors, railway workers, construction workers, sanitation workers of the city who pick up the garbage, who pick up the compost, who fix the roads, the infrastructure coast to coast, and my brothers and sisters working on the East Coast, the Maritimes, Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, Labrador, New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, Nova Scotia, and of course New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, Newfoundland, Labrador, the Maritimes and the Atlantic, and Florida, relief workers, the post-storm, Fiona and Ian storm. Love you, kiss you, big hugs, big kisses, send you love for the reconstruction and recovery, which do know all about it. Are you gonna goddess it? Can be secular. I'm non-sectarian. I'm non-sectarian in my spiritual philosophy, non-dogmatic, but with the principles of the Dancing Goddess Army, aka the International Integrated Dance League, which is my dream, and which is my dream. 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 Yes. Counterbalance the NFL, National Football League, NHL, National Hockey League, NBA, National Basketball Association, MLB, and to be integrated, all genders, all ages, all sexual orientations inclusive, and of course to be for pleasure and purpose. Pleasure to love, to dance and organize pleasurable activities, spas, massages, feet washes, hair combing, all things of pleasure, tickles, kisses, tickles, kisses, and for purpose for the environment, environmental action and education. Where we are, the Communist Manifesto stated that the result would be an association in which the free development of each in the condition for the free development of all. The expression was used very infrequently by Marx, and when he did employ it, he appeared to understand the word dictatorship is meaning a concentration of power or forces rather than as a repressive situation. A different model of transition is offered in the Civil War in France, 1871, and based upon the experience of the Paris Commune. It stressed the immediate dismantling of the state apparatus, the decentralization of power, and popular democratic control over the management of civil society. The uneasy coexistence of the commune and dictatorship models is one amongst many ambiguities in Marx's work. Lenin discussed both models in The State and Revolution in 1917. It can be argued that the establishment of war communism, war communism in the immediate post-revolutionary era was an attempt to implement the dictatorship. Diderot Dennis. Diderot Dennis. Diderot, that's his surname. Diderot. Dennis, first name. Denis. Diderot Dennis, 1713 to 1784. French philosopher and co-editor with Jean Dambot, the original 17-volume encyclopédie, 1751 to 1765. One of the most remarkable literary works of the French Enlightenment and a testament of the new intellectual enthusiasm of that age for secular rationalism and socially progressive ideas, which I believe my Dancing Goddess Army is a very socially progressive idea. My Dancing Goddess Army, aka the International Integrated Dancing, is a very progressive, socially progressive idea. My dream for the establishment of the Dancing Goddess Army, aka the International Integrated Dancing, is a very socially progressive idea. In effect, the encyclopedia issued a direct challenge to royal absolutism and the religious supremacy of the Catholic Church. Wow. Is the Pope gonna say goddess for the priestess? Is the Pope gonna say goddess for the priestess? If the Pope gonna say goddess for the priestess or the goddess, HNH, who dances with a brother's son, let the dancing goddess raise some funds in the Vatican. Will it? Right, type, right to the Pope. This is the message of the priestess of the goddess Hannah. Will you let us dance at the Vatican? This is the message of the priestess of the goddess Hannah. Will you let us dance at the Vatican? This is the message of the priestess of the goddess to the Vatican. Will you let us dance at the Vatican? Raise funds. Will they? Blah 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 la 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 tra la la. I know. Catholic Church. So the religious supremacy in France and throughout Europe. Diderot. The surname Diderot. Diderot's strictly political ideas were rooted in his philosophical materialism and atheism, and an awareness of the link between political institutions and a society's underlying culture and socio-economic characteristics. A view he shared with Montesquieu, another surname, Montesquieu, and Rousseau, Rousseau, surnames. Diderot's guiding political belief was a desire to enhance conditions of human freedom, a goal which in his view required an open society and toleration of each individual's chosen route to happiness. Well, to dance me, make me happy, dance, give me some wine and some food and some kisses and some house. Give me that house on that Westmount. Give me that house on that Westmount. Give me that house on that Westmount. That's been left there between Belvedere 57 and 53 on Westmount for more than 7 years, decrepit, desolated, needs some love, painted rainbow, red, scarlet, with a black and the white pole being in it. Two poles at the door, one make black, one make white. White and make it rainbow, make it golden, make it black and white to the poles, one white like the pillars, one pillar black, the other white, and of course make it rainbow. The doors and green, it already has green, but make it red, scarlet with rainbow dragon and a rainbow phoenix on it. That house that I want between the Belvedere there on Westmount is between 57 Belvedere and 53 Belvedere. Allies Army say I got a billion kisses to the owner. Whoever the owner is can check. 57, the Belvedere in Westmount, and 53 has been left like that for more than 7 years. It's decrepit, decaying, desolate, but with LOV can revive it. That's where we'll dance, blah 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 la 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 tra la la. I know. The chosen route of individual rights. Rights of property were particularly important and served as the only rational basis of citizenship. A political ruler must act as a guardian of such rights in the national interest. 10% interest maximum on all loans should be sufficient. That's the policy program. Can do that. No? Towards the end of his life, influenced by the events of the American Revolution, Diderot advocated the principle of popular sovereignty and defended the people's right of revolution against tyrannical, Tyrannnical authority. Although he died in 1784, his radical ideas lived on a key intellectual as a key. Key is a key. K-E-Y. Key. As a key intellectual component in the early stages of the French Revolution. Difference principle. Difference as in a difference. D-I-F-F-E-R-E-N-C-E. Principle. The principle of that inequalities. The principle that inequalities are acceptable only if they attach to positions open to all, equal opportunity, and are a benefit to the worst off members of society. This principle was put forward by John Rawls, John's first name, and Rawls, R-A-W-L-S, and first elaborated in his A Theory of Justice. Gotta read that, seems interesting. A Theory of Justice. To capture the requirements of social justice. It would, he asserts, be embraced by rational prudential individuals. That's like an adjective, right? P-R-U-D-E-N-T-I-A-L. Prudential individuals. Prudence, cautious care, right? Prudential. Not a common word that your Stooley employs, but it's P-R-U-D-E-N-T-I-A-L. Prudential individuals asked to provide a standard of justice for their society, in ignorance of, among other things, their place in it. Although Rawls has varied the precise formulation of the principles of justice in more recent work, the key notion remains that stated above. Dignified/efficient. Walter Bagehot, in the English Constitution published in 1867, asserted that a constitution needed two parts, only to excite and preserve the reverence of the population, and the other to employ the homage, H-O-M-A-G-E, in the work of government. The first he called dignified and the second efficient. The monarch was the prime example of dignity in this sense, and the cabinet of efficiency. Thus, Queen Victoria, while lacking executive power, yet had an important constitutional role. The distinction has survived and has been often cited in the 20th century in the development of systematic theories of politics, in which, in parentheses, systematic theories of politics, parentheses, in which the parts of a system are seen as functional in respect of the whole, and in prescriptive debates about the merits of an executive presidency vis-a-vis, as of course in parallel, or close to, it's a French term, right? VIS, the line thingy, the line, trade union, A with a French accent on the A, VIS, vis-a-vis. Those of monarchy and other forms of symbolic head of state. I like that, vis-a-vis. Just like the dancing goddess army, to be vis-a-vis to the patriarchal sports leagues, NFL, National Football League, NHL, National Hockey League, NBA, National Basketball Association, and MLB. To be vis-a-vis the dancing goddess army, officially the International Integrated Dance League. To be vis-a-vis the NFL, National Football League, NHL, National Hockey League, NBA, National Basketball Association, MLB. The Dancing Goddess Army, aka International Integrated Dance League. To be vis-a-vis, so that works. We learn a word now in the Manifesto. Politics, that's yours twice doing live streaming my dream. The Dancing Goddess Army dream, aka International Integrated Dance League. To be for pleasure and purpose and integrated with all existing public and private organizations and institutions, at least first and foremost across the collective North American civilization. Across the collective North American civilization. Founded first and foremost with those trillions of kisses. Credited from the goddess above, Queen of Heaven, who sent one kiss, and that kiss trickled down, transformed into 718 trillions of kisses to the goddess, her sister here below, who dances with her brother the sun. And by that dance, the goddess with her brother sun dancing makes, produces, and creates all the fruits, all the legumes, all the vegetables, and all the grain that our brothers and sisters, farmers, harvest for us to make up greater, maintain civilization, and everybody gotta eat, even you there on Wall Street. Please give 10% if you made a million already today, or made a million yesterday, or will make a million on the stock market tomorrow, buy, sell, trade stocks. Please give 10%, which is the equivalent of, from 1 million, 100,000 divided by 4, that's 100,000 divided by 4, that's 25,000, make it 25,000 for food security. First and foremost, because everybody gotta eat, then for LGBTQ youth sports, then for women's sports, and a fourth dimension to that, Trinity, to the environment. To plant a tree for every tree that we cut. Last word here, well, actually diminishing marginal utility, see economic man. Diplomacy. before I read this, I'm going to nominate my anonymous sister. I'm going to nominate my anonymous sister. As Chief, Queen, Prime Minister, Diplomat of the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Kingdom. I'm going to nominate my sister as Chief, Queen, Prime Minister, General, Chief, Prime Diplomat of the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Kingdom. I'm going to anonymously nominate my anonymous sister to be Chief, Queen, General, Prime Minister, Principal Diplomat of the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Kingdom. Diplomacy. D-I-P-L-O-M-A-C-Y. Diplomacy. Rihanna. Let me be fucking diplomatic. You already made your means. Somebody else eat on that Super Bowl. That Priestess Hannah come. Dance parallel for the Dancing Goddess Army. Do a dance on your music at the Super Bowl. Do a dance on your music at the Super Bowl. Do a dance on your music at the Super Bowl. What'd you say? We do half, blah, 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 tra, la, la. Love you, don't get me wrong. Love your music, love your artist, but I'm gonna give this Dancing Goddess Army, let somebody else eat. You already made your means all these years, lips. Kiss. I can still kiss, give you a kiss. Give you a lips, under, do the twist. With some harmony and legal lips. Vices got them, vices get moody and upset, yep. I've been starving, I've been on the streets, I've been on the streets, I've been starving lips. Yeah, I've been on the streets, I've been starving lips. Yeah, I've been on the streets, I've been starving lips. Diplomacy. Diplomacy originated in the system of conducting relations between the states of classical Greece. It revived in medieval Europe and grew in importance in the relations between the city-states of the Renaissance Italy. So the Dancing Goddess Army, diplomacy. First and foremost, offering kisses to our allies and armies. Then some poetry, some songs, some chants, and dancing, of course, dancing. First and foremost, the Dancing Goddess Priestess, as yours truly, the General Founding Priestess of the Goddess, Dancing Goddess Army. General Founding Priestess of the Dancing Goddess Army. Priestess of the Goddess, H-N-N-A-H, Hannah. Hannah, keep my name out of your mouth. If it's not for blessing, otherwise let it be pestilence, Keep my name out of your mouth. If it's not for blessing, otherwise let it be pestilence, Keep my name out of your mouth. If it's not for blessing, otherwise let it be pestilence. Priestess of the Goddess, love your allies, armies. Healing, recovery, know all about recovery. Priestess, goddess, dances, rises with a bird of sun. Make it all fruits, vegetables, and legumes. And diplomacy, first and foremost, we're gonna do it. Offering kisses, because kisses can make all my willing, loving allies and armies. Kiss trillionaires, and my sister got a nice lip balm for the Priestess of the Goddess, so I can lip balm, and kiss and wash and kiss and cook and clean and do and clean and cook and butch and kiss and hug and dance and do and teach and learn and teach and do to reach and kiss to D to B A to C to Lee the sea to clean the sea oceans lips kisses hugs do the squats do the squats do push-ups do hawks do the marching steps and dancing locks in the flocks. Diplomacy originated in the system of ancient Greece. The Congress of Vienna, Austria, 1815 regularized the system of permanent diplomacy as a necessary and important aspect of relations between states. The great powers exchanged embassies and ambassadors, while relations involving smaller powers were conducted through legations and ministers. Legations, that's a fancy wordy. Let's spell it out. Legations, 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 and ministers, a recognized diplomatic profession developed, characterized by the aristocracy of its members and the secrecy of its methods. After the First World War, more open or democratic diplomacy flourished for a short while. At the end of the Second World War, the distinction between embassies and legations were abandoned, and ambassadors proliferated, especially when new states were formed from the European colonies. Some writers have identified distinct styles of diplomacy. The European style, with its emphasis on diplomacy as a mere instrument, the American, revolutionary, and Third World styles, which in differing ways give more emphasis to the morality of recognizing and dealing with other states. However, in practice, diplomacy reflects strongly the European tradition. Diplomats represent to their home government and to their host government the views and interests of the other, and in negotiation attempt to reconcile the two. The diplomat is thus always liable to be misunderstood. Am I being misunderstood? Just ask questions. Am I being misunderstood? What's your question? Am I being misunderstood? Just ask some questions. XYZ, yes, maybe I don't know. I don't know. At some things I'm mediocre. At other things I'm average. At other things I'm so-so. So-so at some things, mediocre at other things. I admit I'm average at some things. I admit I'm average at some things. I'm so-so at others. I'm mediocre at other things. So-so at others. Average at other things. Even perhaps useless in some things. But I'm great at this and that. And art and dance and kisses and hugs. Can give a good massage, can cook good, can clean good, can rap good, can dance good, can clean good, can get dirty super good, can cook, can clean, can massage, can read, can write, can do, can push up, can squat, can dance, can kiss, can hug, can wash, can tickle, can comb the hair, comb your hair, my priestesses, free offering services, blah blah blah, blah tralala. Negotiation, views and interests of the other, and in negotiation attempt to reconcile the two. The diplomat is thus always liable to be misunderstood. Popularity at home spells. S-P-E-L-L-S. 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 Unpopularity with the host, or the more frequent case, vice versa, a common problem for British diplomats during the Thatcher government. Governments, plural. Governments, plural. Thatcher is in the surname. T-C-H-E-R. Thatcher is in the surname. Thatcher, come to the priestess of the goddess. Will you say goddess with it? And the Thatcher teacher. Improved communications are often cited as having rendered diplomats obsolete. However, diplomacy flourishes and capital cities host large diplomatic communities. Improved communications are often cited as having rendered diplomats obsolete. However, diplomacy flourishes and capital cities host large diplomatic communities. Improved communication often cited. Well, we're going to conduct diplomacy. We're going to conduct some diplomacy. I'm going to finish up with a song. With a song. Dance, that is. Let's hear what you got. Dancing, kissing, hugging, rapping, cleaning, cooking. Thank you, farmers. Thank you, love you, kiss you, hug you. Farmers, truckers, butchers, bakers, grocery store clerks, sanitation workers, daycare workers, busted, workers, farmers, truckers, butchers, bakers, cooks, cleaners, bakers, butchers, daycare workers, changing them diapers, reading to children, changing the diapers, reading to children, cooks, cooking. Everybody gotta eat, even Wall Street. Blessings, farmers, selfish ass bitches, millionaires, eat the rich shit, switch, Karl Marx shit. Got a duct tape bitch, selfish ass rich. Woo, that's I'm confused. Get a for the farmers, bucks, busted, farmers, blessed, truckers, blessed, cooks, butchers and the bakers and the bus drivers, railway road workers, choo-choo train, choo-choo train, choo-choo train, do the choo-choo train, railway workers. Yup, brick by brick, construction workers love you. Infrastructures, yup, potholes, cement blocks, plumbers, plumbing up, electricians, electrocute this bit, farmers, butchers, bakers, cooks, nurses, doctors, butchers, bakers, artists who are not millionaires, let somebody else eat. The establishment, established order of things, I know. Money, 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 I know. Blah blah la 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 tra la la. Priestess Hannah, goddess dancing, goddess army lips. I got kisses. I got hugs. Dancing steel toe boots for the farmers, for the farmers. Got farm privilege. I never farm. Urban farming. Do the kisses, with the licks, do the ditches, do the snitches.